welcome back. This is Liu Chen from CGTN, and I'm now with Xingchen again.
Absolutely great. So we are in a brand new pavilion, right?
Exactly.
And for right here, it's all about intelligent manufacturing, one of the key components for CIIE.
Yeah.
And right across this hall, look around, all those robotics and automation machines.
Exactly.
And actually, there are two halls for things like this.
So
and
that's why I was confused. Which one I'm going today?
Yeah, so this is the 4.1, which is about intelligent manufacturing. And right across this hall, that is the high-end equipment for high-end machines.
Okay.
But right here, it's all about robotics, as we have mentioned.
It's about a lot today.
Yes, and also it's about kind of offering the solutions and computing powers to enable smart manufacturing and modern, like manufacturing and making products, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So now we're going to talk to somebody from ABB. This is our first destination of the live stream today.
Yes.
Just a quick reminder, this is CGTN Live at the second China. We didn't say that at the beginning. This is CGTN Live at the second China International Import Expo.
So right over here, we have, as we have mentioned, ABB. ABB is one of the largest robotics makers in the world from Switzerland.
Yeah.
And they are famous for like making robotic arms, for making cars and etc. They're smart, I believe the largest, in fact. But right here, like trash sorting.
If you've been watching news about CIIE recently, you must have, come across this machine somehow, somewhere.
Yes.
And it's kind of a highlight of the exhibition of ABB this year. It's called trash sorting based on artificial AI.
Yeah.
Based on AI.
Do you know why it's so popular here in Shanghai?
Because Shanghai people has been bothered with some problems recently.
Where it's not a problem, it's like a way to solve these problems. Like earlier this year, like a new stringent trash sorting law and regulation have been put in place here in Shanghai. So regulars and the restaurant owners, they have to sort their trash. They cannot just throw them away.
And many people were actually complaining about that because they knew very little about trash sorting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's very important to know it, but just people don't know how to
what is
sort
what,
it out.
Yeah,
what is what?
It will be like 3 to 4 bins, and which bin should I throw my trash into?
Actually, I was confused this morning because I got a cup of coffee, I couldn't finish it, and I was like, where should I put it in? Because there's water inside, and there is a paper cup. Yeah. So I have to separate all of them and just put them into different trash bins.
You have to drink the coffee.
That's the only solution.
Yeah. But anyways, this thing is a labor-intensive process to sort trash. But this machine can help to reduce the cost and etc., make it more efficient. And to learn more about how this works, and we're joined by an engineer from ABB, Cui Hengfeng. So tell us a little bit about how this machine works.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. This is our ABB. This is our ABB waste separation station. The dam consists of 4 parts. The fourth part you see here is wrapped, small wrapped for feeding. And then the waste will through the conveyor tracking, will through the automatic transportation to our vision system. This is our third part. Yeah. From this, when the gaps, when the waste in our third part, the vision system, it will through deeply. It will through deep learning, powered object detection algorithm.
So what I understood from it is like this is the most crucial part, isn't it? Apart from those robotic arms, like how the machine recognize what is what. Is this window box, right?
So basically, this machine is making decisions for us. So we don't need to make a decision what is what, and he is actually doing that.
And look right here. It's detecting like the
item harmful.
Harmful waste, and that's a bag of like medicine and etc. Right?
Yeah, someone put it there.
Yeah, but I want to bring Cui back again about the robotic arms because we see some numbers here. The speed, how fast it can go. Yeah. Share us a little bit more about how fast can this machine do?
Currently. 当前是为了展示，所以说我们的速度呢是没有进行一个提速，是为了安全考虑。所以说我们的速度是可以达到1.5米每秒的这个速度。
So he's saying the speed could be much faster because this is only for exhibition.
Yeah, because for safety reasons, a lot of people are watching this great demonstration.
Yeah.
And I just learned from you earlier, like the velocity of the machine. They can move like 15 meters in 1.5 seconds or 1.5 meters in 15米
1.5米每秒。
It's like 1.5 meters per second.
Yes.
Wait, so who is moving?
The machine arms. That's
machine
robotic.
arms.
It can move and
Wow.
project like 1.5 meters away just in 1 second. That's how fast these robotic arms can go.
Well,
And yeah.
So basically, if you have trash for a week, put them there and it'll just sort it out in I don't know 5 seconds like that.
Probably it depends how much trash that you accumulate in a week, right?
I know. I mean, a week sounds a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is amazing.
But what about market potential? 崔
you
老师
can-
就
you
是
can stay here.
讲到我们未来的一些发展的话，其
So
实
talking about the future
这个
development.
有哪些就是它的市场的一些
So who is
前景。
buying?
我
What's
们
the
是
future of the
可以
market?
达到我们的那个不光是垃圾分类，还有它的一些工件分拣啊，它的一些材料检测都是可以实现的。通过这套系统都可以能够达到实现它的一些功能。
So this system can be applied in multiple industries,
Yeah.
not just for sorting trash.
Yeah. So, but I want to bring back the little room there, like how it recognizes what trash is what. Actually, it's a collaboration between ABB and Chinese firms, right? 就是我们的这个读取的信息的系统是一个，是一个合作的一个，对吗？
就是我们是跟华为合作那个生
Oh, so
成
this
310芯片，在它的芯片基础上进行加速
It's a
处理。
cooperation
因
with
为我们的
Chinese
神经系
firm
统
Huawei.
需要一个很高速的、快速的反应，所以是通过华为的那个生成那个310那个芯片，能够达到我们的需求。
So there is a specific chip
From Huawei.
from Huawei that is enabling all the processing and computer power to enable this machine. Thank you so much, Mr. Trey, and thanks for joining us.
Learn a lot from
Yeah.
it. Thank
But
you.
we can see a lot of people are seeing this machine.
Exactly.
Let's try to grab
Talk to
someone.
them.
Talk to
So
someone.
people just left
Yeah,
because we're talking
because
here.
we're. But let's try to find someone, right?
Maybe he is doing something over there. Yeah, I really want to find someone.
Well, let's
who-
find this gentleman.
Yeah.
Excuse me，就是您好，我是中央电视台的英语频道的，就是因为看到您在看这个展品嘛，就是您是对它有兴趣吗？还是觉得？
了解这个垃圾分类如何分配的？因为上海这个其实垃圾分类其实很久了嘛，我想看这个人工智能怎么来分类的。
So he wants to see how AI help people
Yeah.
in the daily lives sort
So
trash.
you're from Shanghai, right? Or
Yes.
Oh, so he is from Shanghai.
ABB.
Oh, you're from ABB.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry about that.
But we're
Okay,
trying.
find someone
Yeah.
really
Absolutely.
new
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So, but let's just turn around and
Okay,
because
yeah.
there are a
Well,
lot of.
of people are watching it.
Let's
so
do
we talk
it.
to
Yeah.
them.
Let's try to find someone. 您好，先生，我是中央电视台英语频道 CGTN 的，在做一个新媒体的一个直播，就想问您，因为您现在在看这 ABB 的这个 trash 就这个展品嘛，就是您为什么吸
So
引到
this
您？
is a buyer from Shanghai. How does
因
he
为
think
ABB
about
是
the
这
machine?
个咱们智能机器人行业还是比较
So he knows ABB is taking a leading position in AI and robotic system.
一些智能机器设备。
So he would like to hear to see the latest cutting edge technology about AI.
那因为就讲了，因为它是用这种垃圾分类来展示它的产品嘛，对这个点是有兴趣吗？还觉得它能展示给你想得到的一些信息吗？
Is the
看一下它的这个运作
machine
原理，
match your imagination?
可能在
So yeah,
我
I'm
们
here to
行业
see
里
how it
面
works.
有一些可以借鉴的。对，
So
因为
he's
像这个垃圾
getting
分类其实
inspired
是
by
我
this
们今年
machine
最新的一个至少是上海人民所关注的一件事情。
because
那么
sorting
如果
out
说
trash
像这
has
样的一
been
套
a
设备
very
能够给
heat topic in Shanghai.
至少上海老百姓在
At
日常
least
当中
in
有一些
Shanghai,
帮助
people will be really
对
interested in this machine.
因为现在我们还是靠人工的在做这个分解，那是不是能够大家都能够
So he's wondering if this machine can be
我们的
generalized in our daily life in the future.
来把每一个人这个时间都节省下来。
但就是因为讲到机械臂嘛，就是您有哪些产品是想收获的，就是想签个单子啊，
Is there anything
或者
you
说
like
以
to
后要考虑
buy
到可能因
in
为
this pavilion?
就是
Yeah, I see it. He is kind of a buyer
Yeah, buyer,
from Shanghai.
Yeah. So what 就是怎么有哪些是心里面想买的，有个 shopping list 吗？
其实咱们在正在经历这个中国2025 咱们也希望APP 这样类似的国际化公司能够给中国带来一些更多性价比更好的，然后效率更高的这样子的一个给智能工厂服务的这样子一些产品。因为中国的制造业经历了改革开放30年的发展，其实我们有很大变化，但是其实往智能化方向发展的话，其实还有很大的这个空间。
AI and intelligence, so
谢谢你。
still need a lot of time to make it happen.
Catch up. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
So let's move along. It's getting so crowded, right?
I know.
So we would just keep bumping into different people. But
I was here this morning and it was much more crowded than now
really?
because people are going for lunch. So I guess it could be like more crowded.
Yes.
Yeah. So how is it? How do you feel like the machine?
I mean, ABB is a great company, but then making something that actually relevant to regular people's life, I think that's something that can bring modern technology into people's, not really bringing into like regular households, but then making more closer to like our lives, right? Trash sorting, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like solving a problem we might face on a daily basis.
Yes.
Right.
So we're entering into a new place.
Yes.
It's Dell Technologies.
What is it?
So look at that. And this thing actually made a huge buzz last year already, right?
Yeah, I saw this last year. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
And to learn more about what Dell Technologies is offering here, so join us is Chen Hua from Dell Technologies. So first, tell us about this model, artificial intelligence, autonomous driving. Just tell us all about it.
Oh yes, actually this is a very interesting demos, and we can see a very cute car here.
Very cute car.
Very cute car, yeah.
And smart.
Yeah, and we know actually for the ADAS system there is a lot.
ADAS is one of the things that actually the radar system, right?
Yeah, ADAS is actually a very hot area currently by the auto manufacturers, and we hope all the auto manufacturers can make the car smartly, and it can be more safe for the people. But actually, beyond this auto manufacturing, Dell is one of the most important computing provider for behind all these manufacturers, and provide the computing powers for the whole systems.
Absolutely. Actually, that's something that I want to touch on, because for me, even though I love technology, but then when I think about Dell, I'm thinking about computers. I'm not thinking about a high-end hardware.
Yeah.
But voila, what do we have here? You know, autonomous driving, the car can stop with the app detecting the objects in front of the car.
Yeah.
You mentioned about computing. Let's talk more about computing power.
Sure.
Because that's more, right? That's more people can see, and I believe that's why a lot of people visit the Dell technology is the computing power that your firm can offer to Chinese partners. Tell us a little bit like cloud computing, edge cloud. What are these?
I think there is a very good example here. Let's see this product.
I mean, this looks huge.
Yes, this is really very cool. But actually, this is really cool. This is an edge server. Edge server. But why we say this is edge server? Because it can be used at the edge side. Even the environment is not so friendly, but this also can work. But why we need this kind of computing? Why we need this kind of server? Let's make an example. For example, if we are at a crossroad, and we know at the crossroad there is a lot of cameras. All these cameras produce a huge data. We know.
Actually, I think there is a demonstration, right?
Shall we go over
let's
there
talk about
and
the crossroad.
make it,
Let's come over here.
Put it in the picture. Maybe it's easier to understand what is happening over there. Let's go on.
It will show here very soon. And when we say this kind of computing, this kind of cameras, yes, the cameras generate a lot of data, but you cannot transfer all the data just go to your cloud, because this data is so huge. So you need to do some edge computing in
So this is the edge
crossroad,
computing.
right? And
Edge
then
cloud.
what you need is what kind of the car, what is the color of the car, and when and where the car comes and go. This kind of information gathered together, and then we send it to the cloud. This makes your whole cloud computing more effectively.
I'm trying to kind of put it in a simpler way because I spent the whole morning learning this. What is edge cloud? What is edge computing? Because we have cloud computing, we have 5G, all these.
It sounds hard.
Very hard.
It doesn't say anything from the names.
Absolutely. So basically, an edge cloud or edge server is this terminal that we can put, for example, putting it right at the crossroad, and it is going to read all the information surrounding it from the truck, from the bus, from the pedestrians, and then it collects the data, and then it will process it on site, right?
Yeah.
On the terminal, on the edge, and the edge server will then send back the processed information, the results, to the main server, so that it will make it faster and more efficient, and of course won't like put huge pressure on data plans or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we only read the result instead of reading all the pictures, analyze it, and get the result from all of that.
Yes. Actually, so when we see the crossroad, this is a perfect example. Say why we say the edge computing, why we say the cloud computing, and why we say we need the 5G technology. We put all these technologies together and make the whole system very effectively.
Oh, right. So it's not a single system, but combining different concepts we just heard like so many times.
Yeah.
But this
5G,
is all about
AI.
like traffic driving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cloud computing can actually do more, right?
Yeah.
And I believe there's something special this year from Dell
To
Technologies.
be honest,
Group.
I didn't imagine I could see plants in this in this place.
It is. I mean, intelligent manufacturing.
I know,
What
it
we're
doesn't
making.
sound like a farming place.
Yes.
Right, but I do see it here.
So tell us a little bit more about this, Mr. Chan.
Yeah, this is an example of another IoT edge computing. This is called smart agriculture, right?
Internet of Things, right? IoT.
Internet of Things.
So how smart it is.
Yeah, it is very cool. You can see at here there is a lot of sensors. The sensors get the temperature information, the environment information.
Is this the sensor?
Yeah.
The white paper
Yes.
here?
Yeah, I think so.
The
Okay.
sensors, there's a lot of different kind of sensor, and all this data. We get this data go to the, let's say that is the
So right over there.
yeah.
Oh, this is how
IoT
it works, the
edge.
process.
This is firstly go to this, and then this will make all these sensors information packaged together, and then send
okay.
back to the system. If we say in this picture, we can say that the whole system is all the sensors together go to the edge gateway, and the gateway go to the core side to do some kind of calculation, and do some controller also control the lighting, control the water to make all this the whole system be healthy, right? And then
And I just learned actually it can. It's proven. Like for like water safety, to save energy, save water by like over 70%, right? And for production, but almost 400%, fourfolds, right? That's how efficient this can be.
yes, exactly. Actually, because we control all the system, all the whole element important for these systems, we can make all the elements be effective, not waste, even for the waters. We know how much water it needs, and then we just use this kind of waters.
So in case the temperature is too high, too low, too much water, too less water, so this system is actually solving that problem.
Yes.
Giving exact like concrete number, correct number.
And very important to say, if from the system, we are not only say control itself, we also get all this information together at the cloud. And then we use the AI to make a model. We know which kind of model will be more, be more reasonable for this system. And the more we get all this information. This is very, very
So actually, they will do
useful.
machine learning as well.
Exactly. This is also different kind of technology working together, make a whole system. And actually, from Dell Technologies, we have a lot of foundations, technology foundation for the server, for the edge, for the edge server, all this kind of product. We can help the entrepreneurs make their product very effectively. So as one of what we want to do is say, if an entrepreneur has some good idea, whatever the idea is at the traffic or the agriculture,
we can help them to make it real. So this is also one of our targets, make it real. Yeah.
Wow.
You mentioned about making it real, but right now we're talking about CIIE. We're thinking about opening up Chinese market, and we're thinking about helping like companies like Dell Technologies to present the products and consign new deals. So what can these technologies satisfy China's demand? Like what can
these apply this stuff in China?
Okay, actually in China we have a lot of Dell Technology at China has a big teams. We have different kind of the product. So all these products can be help for the China customers. And if their customer has some requirement to make some smart transformation thing, we can help them to provide what is our foundation technology to help them. They just put their idea in beyond our foundations and then make it.
And actually stronger bonds and partnership has been forged between Dell Technology and partners. It's the, for example, like the Edge server, I believe, is a collaboration with Unicom.
Actually, for the Edge servers, this is we have a lot of cooperation with the partners. This is a product, and this product can be used in a lot of scenarios. So this is not only limited in 1 or 2 scenarios. This is really a very interesting and a very useful product for all the partners. Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
So
Thank
it's
you.
smart enough to be in different scenarios,
Yeah.
different occasions.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
to
you.
be here.
Yeah, good to be here. Yeah, good to be here, and thank you so much. And we're going to tour around. And thank you so much, Mr. Chen.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, let's go to the next stop.
And
Sorry,
give
what
a
do you
shot
want?
of the pig.
No, I just.
No, give a. This is the year of the pig, and it's cute. It's very cute.
I believe so. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next stop. Where is it?
It's right over there. But then robotics. We want to show more to our viewers about the robotic
quite
arms.
A lot around us. Their arms moving all the time, and I believe that one is making a car automatically.
Absolutely.
So basically, in the future, people don't need to do. I mean, human beings will get rid of dangerous works, and robotic arms could replace human beings doing these kind of jobs.
Our cameraman gave a front shot. Yeah.
So what is that? I was wondering this morning when I came here, and I saw this. I was like,
It's a great presentation.
it's a presentation.
It's
basically saying how smart the arms are.
Yeah, and
Very
dancing
flexible.
robotic arms.
Yeah.
We need some background music, right? A disco music. And let's just look at that, the assembly line right over there. And 吴老师，我们看得长一些，这个给一些特写，看这个我们机器手臂坐车的这个感觉。So not just European companies or American companies like Dell's are exhibiting here. Nachi, Japanese
Yeah.
manufacturers, and right across the hall is Yashikawa,
which is from Japan as well.
Yeah. So we can see the trend is global, right? A lot of companies are trying to offer the newest technology in robotics, in automation.
This is huge. I don't know, is it real? Oh, they're taking a part of the car away.
Yeah.
They're showing the process, how they assemble each part of the car, put them together.
I think this whole system is famous for how many arms it can operate at the same time.
I know, and I'm wondering, is there anyone who has been using this machine?
Or actually, a lot of
Really?
people. A lot of car makers are now using robotic arms to build cars, including those Chinese automakers.
Wow, okay.
Again, it saves energy and it saves labor costs, and it's smart. Let's come over here.
Yeah. So this one is a much smaller one.
Yes.
Sorry.
But for smaller ones, I think they still have that precision, like seeing from the bigger arms. And in addition to robotics, and right in this hall, we have like Honeywell, American firm, and Dow DuPont, American firm, and they're also specialized in different areas, like Dow chemical.
I learned a lot about this brand. I mean, this brand sounds very new to me.
Dow DuPont, oh, they are great. They make a lot of money.
Do?
So basically,
they
are
make a lot of money.
They are a petroleum company, and they produce a lot of the raw like chemical products for packaging, and because our society right now lives on a lot of those petroleum from the earth. They are great at that. So they
wow. Yeah. Okay.
So what more than let's see right here. We have they are saying is it Mitsubishi?
Yeah.
Oh no, Mitsubishi. Let's mess it.
It sounds quite the same. So don't
and they
worry
have like an
that.
e-factory system showing there. And where the thing that I got a little bit confused this year, to be honest,
What
is
is
like
it?
how those halls can be integrated.
Yeah, like if you found GE, you found ABB, they're not offering one single product.
Yeah.
They say we're offering a system.
Yeah, a
Offering
whole
a
ecosystem.
Exactly.
Like Mitsubishi is a car maker, but and
I
right there
know.
we're seeing the car, right?
True.
But this is the hall for intelligent manufacturing. While we're seeing DuPont, DuPont. I think that's a rover to land on the moon, and etc.
Yeah. So again, GE the same. We're saying like they're offering different products based on smart systems and computing. So here we are.
And we are in this booth for General Electric, GE, and basically have 3 different pillar industries for energy,
We've
for
got
medicals, and then of course for aviation. And to learn more about this, because this can be very technical, we need help. And joining us here is Wei Diming from General Electric. Tell us about what's this about? I mean, this model, this whole set. Like we can see windmills. I hope this is nuclear power and whatnot.
Is it? Is it
nuclear energy power?
Yeah.
Nuclear energy power.
Yeah, this sandbox actually is the overall energy solution supplied by GE. Right, we convert different source of energy into electricity. So we can, over there it's the hydro. Right, it's all renewable. It's a hydro, solar. We have onshore and offshore wind, and we also have a traditional power generation, which is the gas turbine, gas power. We have a coal fire, and this is the one just mentioned is the nuclear. So GE is all part of the overall energy business, and we ensure we deliver reliable, accessible, and clean energy to the household and community and industry.
Because right here in China, the Chinese government is really trying to push for like greener energies and trying to find alternative sources for daily consumption of energy. So what's your take on this? Like, how can GE consume wood, like offer what actually the market needs here in China?
We're actually technical pioneer in the world for the clean energy. We have gas power. Gas power utilizes the natural gas to generate power generation, different from coal. It's more clean and reliable, right? So we have this gas turbine. We have different flame of gas turbine starting from 3 megawatts to over 100 megawatts, right? And we have some local partner here with Harbin, with NTC. And the most advanced technology called HA. It's the world's most efficient gas turbine in the world, and the efficiency reached 62%, which is a very high efficiency. And we also have a called renewable, which is the offshore windmill, right? We also have a local partner with Jieyang. We just launched a joint venture of manufacture this offshore wind turbine in China and for the world. And the largest wind turbine is 12 megawatts, which is the largest one in the world.
But we know like China is a huge nation, right? Partnering with the institution in Harbin and also elsewhere in China. Like electricity is essential in today's world, and China, to be honest, have this kind of challenge to able to sustain like stable power transmission. How can GE somewhat offer that to help to let more people to have electricity like in more remote areas?
Okay, sure. I mean, we have not only on the gas power generation and different source of power generation, we also have this transmission distribution system. So, right, we have those, coal fire, gas power, nuclear to generate electricity, but we need a reliable transmission and distribution system to deliver this electricity to the household and the community. So we still have a robust transmission system which can ensure we have a reliable supply of the electricity to different places, regardless in the western part or in the eastern part. So it's a whole transmission going to support the reliability of this transmitting the electricity to different places.
Right, so I finally find out what they're doing at the moment.
Great.
It takes a while.
But this is just one of the pillar industries, right? And there are other things that a GE can offer to Chinese customers.
Sure.
But I know that you need some other people to help us to know more about this.
Now, this is the second section we're going to talk about, which is about medicine.
Medical care,
Yeah,
and
medical
we're
care.
like a huge machines,
Oh, sorry.
like scanners right over there.
Yeah, so who is going to help us?
So well, of course, we
Find
need
out
more help to
what-
find out
exactly what
is
it is.
So this is Mr. Huang Yi from GE, and so tell us a little bit more about like the medical efforts from General Electric.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm Huang Yi from the GE Healthcare China, is in charge of the CT the products. With the
Let's just come
Can we
over
just
here.
come
and
to
we can
one
see
one
what it-
specific machine and
this is
explain
APAC
how it works?
CT scanner, very expensive, but
Oh, how do you know that?
It is-
Generally,
it is very expensive.
yeah. Okay, with the faster development of the economic growth in China, China made much progress in the economic field. At the same time, China have the biggest population in the world. In the many cities, the cities has entered into the aging society. So the government and the healthcare industry give much expectation on the medical devices. The medical imaging has most important, can provide the data for the doctor the diagnosis.
So you mean like an e-meeting means like teleconference, right? On the computer.
Yes, including the CT, the MR, and X-ray, the technology. But for the CT, many of the diseases such as the cardiovascular, the vascular, tumor, even the trauma, the CT has become the first priority the diagnosis on the clinical pathway. So is the reason why the China has the biggest market in the world. The APAC city is the most advanced technology. This is debut in China on the CIIE.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
this one?
Yes,
Wow.
correctly.
Okay.
So it's a very amazing, many of the innovation. For example, it is the first FDA approved in the world, FDA approved deep learning technology, the CT machine.
How does it learn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How does it
It
work? I mean,
learns.
this is
The deep learning actually before has been based on the different industries such as transportation, aircraft, but for the medical is the first time. The deep learning can provide the doctor the more accuracy data. It's very important. For example, we can provide the 5% the accuracy compared with the traditional CT.
3% accuracy compared to regular.
Can I say that? So this machine is helping doctors to make decisions.
Yes,
diagnose
correct. For
disease.
example, we can take the heart as an example. On the traditional CT, we only can get the level 1 or level 2, the coronary vessel. But on this machine, we can get the level 3 and the level 4 very small vessel on the very clear image. They can give the doctor the more confidential, give the diagnosis to the patient. On the other hand, on this machine, we only take the one heartbeat, then can get the image.
Wow.
One heartbeat.
Yeah. And for the patient, the patient needed hold any the growth, breath. They can easily and very comfortably get the machine very in short time.
Because I can remember, like when I'm doing my CT scan, they will ask me to not breathe, to hold your breath for like
how long?
for a few seconds. I cannot remember for how long, but
It was a torture
On the
for
traditional
patient.
CT, you have hold the breath at least the 10 seconds.
Yes.
But on this machine, you can breathe very easily and comfortably. On the other hand, everybody, maybe common people care about the dose. The CT is a radiography.
The radiation.
Yeah. On this
They do.
machine, we can reduce the dose 90% compared with the CT. So, for example, the child, the woman, the genealogy, and even adult people can take the machine very safely. Even
But what about this technology? Has GE achieved this with partners with Chinese companies, or this is just by GE?
This is only by the GE. The original design, the original manufacturer,
So
but
who-
maybe in the future we can fix the technology and maybe find a third party the partner with the local company. Maybe in the next. Actually, it is a digital platform. For example, we can combine the third party the AI-based technology. Maybe we can provide the more the APP like the iPhone.
Maybe like applications, mobile applications.
So it's open the ecosystem.
Wow,
So it's open source. Wow.
So I'm wondering, is anyone expressed their interest in this machine? Is there anyone who is going to buy them?
I think so far, such as the academic hospital or research center, is the first priority the target customer. But maybe with the more and more the industrial development, the more the hospital, even the L2, or even the primary care, maybe enjoy the innovation technology in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
this is all about the medical efforts from General Electric, and we're moving along. As I have mentioned, there are three pillar industries, like supporting industries from GE, and right here
On
we
my
have.
side here,
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, this is very, very special because.
It's very important to China as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to give you a code name, C919.
C919. Oh, I get what it is.
That is the first single aisle
If you were
aircraft,
working on
big
new
planes,
things,
created by Chinese manufacturers. And to learn more about these, and we're joined by Ying Bing from General Electric again, and just share us a little bit more about like the aviation efforts from General Electric. So tell us a little bit more about this engine.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. I'm Jack Yin from GE Aviation. And this is our latest engine, new engine, just entered into service about 2 years ago.
Oh.
Right?
C919, right?
This engine, powered C919. At the same time, its sister engines also power the Airbus A320neo and the Boeing 737 MAX. You talk about the C919, right? Last month, the fifth airplane, C919 fifth airplane, just took off. Had the first flight in October.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
So what about this collaboration with the Chinese aviation makers? Did you have work together to build this engine? How can actually GE somewhat partnering and work with your Chinese partners?
Yeah, in terms of working with the China aviation industry, for example, we cooperate with COMAC to provide the engine on the C919, right? And also some of the parts on this engine is manufactured in China.
Oh.
For example, the blisk on the HPC and the LPD shaft is made in Suzhou.
Oh.
And the engine is a very complicated machine, right? And we also working with the local airlines to having a partnership to setting up the service centers in China to service the engine. With the growth of the fleet, it will have been lots of engines flying in China and they need service. We work with them to maintain the engine together. And also, GE Aviation has a joint venture with AVIC. We call it avionics. We provide the avionics system to C919. If you call the engine as the heart of the airplane, the avionics system is the brain of the airplane.
Wow, that sounds hard.
I mean that's very high-end technology,
I know,
right?
Yeah.
But what's the future blueprint for aviation engines, the partnership forged between GE and Chinese aviation companies? So what are we going to see more in the future?
Yeah, in the future, for example, we also working with COMAC on the ARJ21 airplane, right? Yeah, we are talking about have some localization project for the engine under the airplane.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just on to ask because you just said that you're actually selling this engine to more companies, even local airline companies, and you're actually offering services to them. So you have different branch in different cities. If they need service, they need support, they can find you.
Yeah. For example, we have the service center right now in Chengdu, in Shanghai, and in Zhuhai. Different cities have different engine overhaul
So
shop.
you're not just selling it to anyone else and expanding services.
Mr. Jack mentioned about Chengdu. I'm currently based in Chengdu. I'm so interested in Southwest China. Why Chengdu and Southwest China? Because Southwest China, a lot of cities are growing well there, and of course, huge market there. But what's your take on this? Like because Southwest used to be like lesser developed, but what about right now? What do you see this? Because you have a service station for GE in Chengdu. Like, what do you see about that part of the country?
Yeah, the west part of the country is growing very fast right now. And Chengdu is the main hub of the west part of China.
So that can also create a bigger market?
Yeah. And also, the service center I'm talking about is for the engine overhaul. For the line maintenance, if you fly daily, right, every day after the airplane finish the flight, they need to service the engine overnight on the airplane. That can be handled by the airlines on the flight line. But when the engine gets older, you need to go to the shop to have a performance restoration. That's the service center. We call it engine shop I'm talking about. So we have in China, we set up our strategy, GE Aviation strategy, we have an open MRO, open maintenance overhaul repair network in China, cooperate with different customer airlines to set up a system to support the entire region in China.
I can see their efforts to offer better services to Chinese customers.
Yeah.
And that's because of the opening of the Chinese market, right?
Oh, yeah,
Thank you so much,
right,
Mr. Yang. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And also rise in consumer demand from like lesser developed regions like in Southwest China or Northeast China.
When you said that, I was wondering if there is someone who is from southwestern China saying Xinjiang is saying our place is a less developed
Oh my God!
place. It might be messed up.
But anyways, let's move along.
Okay.
And right here we are inside another booth, Junction Controls. So Junction Control is a very interesting company because they're making.
To be honest, it was yesterday the first time I heard this name. I knew it was huge. It's big.
It's an American firm, but then headquarters in Europe. But anyways, so it produces a huge machine, and the machine is actually people need it. For example, like air conditioners.
Oh,
like
everyone has an air conditioner back home.
Yeah, but this actually is also it's a part of the air conditioning unit, but of course it looks a lot different. It looks different from what we see inside our houses or apartments.
I heard even the space we're now in the hall, and this place is actually supported by this machine.
Absolutely, inside the National Exhibition and Convention Center. So to learn more about this machine, and we're joined by Jin Sun from Johnson Controls. So tell us a little bit more about this. So what is this exactly?
Actually, this is a chiller. Chiller actually is the heart of a building.
So the chiller, right?
Chiller, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it provides the cooling and heating for the building. You know that in this CIIE exhibition hall, actually, they are using 7 of this kind of chiller.
Wow. You mean each hall has 7 chillers?
No, totally.
Oh, totally. Okay,
actually.
Yeah. There is a demonstration, like a screen right here. But tell us a little bit more about like the chillers and what's so special about this.
First of all, actually, if you know about this, HVAC air conditioning use something like 40% to 50% of the energy of the building. So actually, the efficiency of this chiller is very important. For example, this chiller actually using the most advanced magnetic suspension technology, which will be 50% more efficient than normal chiller. And then by the digital technology, we connect this chiller on the cloud.
So So I just want to point this out. Smart, connected chiller.
Okay, so how smart? And what is it connected with?
Maybe I show you a real case, okay?
Sure, let's move over here, and they have this demonstration to show us how the chiller is connected, how the air conditioning unit is connected with like office buildings, or right here is campus, Kent State.
It's a university campus in US. This is the real data.
Wow.
Actually, by connecting all this chiller, and also, of course, we input all the data, like the utility price, the weather, the campus construction, everything on the single platform. And then we use the AI technology to predict the heating, cooling requirement, how all this kind of equipment will run, and then it will dispatch 120 instructions every 15 minutes. It's counting down, right?
Every 15 seconds.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Minutes. Yeah.
120.
120 instruction. And then this helped this university to save $600,000 US dollar every year. 600,000.
Wow, that's
a
lot of
lot.
Yeah.
Maybe I pay less to my college because of this system, because we save money from that.
Possibly.
And also, this is not only about the energy saving, also saving the labor of operation people.
Oh, okay.
People can remote control this, right?
Yeah, everything.
But I know that while Johnson Controls make great chillers, and I believe Johnson Controls started with making these type of machines, and we can see it's becoming smarter, becoming more connected, and now like Johnson Controls is also tapping into different areas, right?
Yeah, of course. Actually, Johnson Controls is the top leader in the world for smart building. So our technology and product cover all the aspects of the building, including the air conditioning, just showed, the building control, security, fire, and today, of course, with the development of this digital economy, actually we are promoting our digital platform, which we call Digital Vault.
And,
yeah, you can see here, actually this is the second year we consecutively attending CIIE exhibition. And the key difference of this year, actually we show a lot of screens.
Come here.
Yeah, a lot of screens. I can see a lot of screens.
So all the screen sits on the same digital platform, but different application. For example, just now we showed about energy management, the efficiency of the chiller, the air conditioning, but here it's about security.
This is about security. This
Safety.
is the building.
Yeah, this is the building. It's a 3D module. You can move, etc. And then you can see all this kind of the alarm, the train, and of course all this kind of security guide, how distribute.
So where they are at the
exactly.
moment, it shows where they are at the moment, how many people on the first floor, second floor,
And maybe let me do a demonstration.
Sure.
For example, if
this is so special, and I have to point it out because we have huge screens right there. We have smaller screens.
Yeah,
on a phone and on tablet.
Of course, actually in a building, if you make it safe, it's impossible that for you just inside the command center. You need to take some mobile equipment, and then maybe sometimes if I'm a guard tour, and then I find some.
What is this?
Yeah, this is some. Wait a minute. Yeah, if I see something abnormal, and then I can upload the alarm.
Oh, you send the alarm to the system.
Yeah, exactly. For example, here is a fire alarm, and then I choose the level of the emergency. I set maybe wherever, okay? And then I just submit it.
To whom?
It's alarm.
It's on. The alarm is on.
Yeah, the alarm is here. And then in the command center, the people receive the alarm and just click it, and you can see the SOP. This is the most special things, standard operation process. So that people just need to follow it. And the order can even dispatch to my mobile phone again. And here I receive it, and then I can handle it. For example, I handle it locally, and I need to upload maybe a picture. Yes, I handle it.
Saying you have solved this problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So every step you take actually was recorded in the system, and when people want to track it back.
Yeah, and people interact with each other.
Right.
So let's move along, and we can see like companies like Johnson Controls, traditional manufacturers of huge equipment, and now turning smarter and also making solutions and the software system to satisfy the market demand.
Yeah.
But what's your evaluation here in China, however? Like the business environment, the opportunities here in China for products like this.
Yeah, to be very honest, we believe in recent years, actually the business environment, especially for foreign enterprise like Johnson Control, actually improved a lot and accelerate. And like the CIIE, it's a great platform for us to communicate with a lot of local customer, etc., and to show our technology, so that to help us to develop our business. It's really good.
What about like partnership right now?
Partnership, yeah. especially first of all, we did a lot of partnership with local, either the company or the government, etc. For example, most of our products today are local made. Even some core components are still imported. It's mainly made in Wuxi and in Guangzhou, etc. But with all this kind of digital, in China, if we would like to develop the digital ecosystem, it's impossible that only do by a foreign company. We need to localize with the university, with a lot of local startup, with a lot of this kind of IT company locally, etc. So this is very important to us to develop our digital solution, digital platform.
So it's very essential to cooperate with Chinese companies.
Yeah.
So no one, like everything, as we remember last time we questioned someone from Qualcomm, and he was saying, no one could make 5G and AI happen in this era with one single firm from one country. So it's the same story here at Johnson Controls.
Yeah, and to be very honest, I really believe globally, actually China is leading the digital application. Take, for example, the Alipay, the WeChat Pay, the Didi, etc. None of the country are so advanced. So the environment is really good. So, and we have huge market, and government is supporting by a lot of policies, that essential funding. So I really believe to cooperate with local. Johnson Controls and other foreign companies can work with local companies, government to make it a better world.
And it is actually those local companies that actually can offer insight into what Chinese people want, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Customized requirements.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jean.
Thank you. Good to know everything about Johnson Controls.
That was Johnson Controls.
Let's wrap it up here.
Yeah, let's.
Are we going to go somewhere?
Yeah, let's just move a little bit farther to let our viewers to see a little bit more about this hall. But I think we're not going to dump more information with them because that's a lot of technical terms.
I've tried so hard to understand different terms, different technology. But yeah, two things. One thing is just what he mentioned, saying, a lot of components, many parts of our machine were actually made in China.
Yes.
In other words, the quality of products made in China has been approved or recognized by international brands.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just the partnership between international brands and Chinese suppliers or Chinese buyers.
Sure.
The partnership forged is just, I can see it right here on site here on CIIE. It's really hard to tell how that feels, but we can see deal signed right here on site throughout the day, and it's not just about making deals, but it's also about forging this partnership and these bonds. And also right behind us, and
helicopters.
More high-end equipment, and we have a yard right over there. A yard right over there. A lot of information today, I guess, and
I hope people understand at least half of them. Just get a sense how smart these exhibitions are.
And the market demand from the Chinese market is also driving this intelligent drive, and it's great. It's a great pleasure and being live stream with you twice and during this great expo here in China.
And I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for showing me all this stuff, and I love their introduction. It was good.
And I've seen so much, and we're going to try to digest a little bit more as well.
Maybe same to you as well.
Yeah, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching the CGTN Live at the 2nd China International Import Expo, and we're now at the, what's the name of the
This is the Intelligent Manufacturing Solutions Hall, and right next door is a high-end equipment hall, but these two halls are for big machine makers.
Exactly, so I hope you enjoy the journey with us. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.